HTB family, how's it going? Welcome to Hold the Ball. Hope you guys are well. Thanks again for tuning in. Yes, this is a bit of a special episode, a Blues Nation episode actually. So if you're a Maroon, you might want to look away, but hey, you may want to dive in and sort of see what this crazy dude has to say. But look, in saying that, we'll get to the $1 million question. But DJ, where are you? Hit that intro. Look, we all know what happened in game two there. We're not trying to say too much, right? It's not necessarily about pointing out the numbers as much as it is trying to answer the big question, right? You obviously know that there were two centers who played, in Origin for the Blues, right? There was Burton, Matthew Burton, Matt Burton, Birdo, and there was also Stephen Crichton or Critter. Now, we all know what Burton did. Right, we all know what Stephen Crichton did. Now the question is, particularly in context to these two players I'm going to bring up, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. The question is, who comes in for who? Right? There's no denying the X factor that is Latrell Mitchell, and believe you me, there is no denying that. A player who can create literally something out of nothing, right? And whether it's an intercept, a line break, a big tackle, a moment of just absolute pure sheer brilliance that cannot be replicated. Or you have there Jack Wighton, and in my opinion, can cover a multitude of roles, right? Is a very good, solid defender, in my opinion, and someone who's willing to do the dirty work, has that brilliance, but at the same time as well has a kicking game that, can be respected. You sort of look at those two people and you're left there wondering, who do you pick? Now, the reality is, though, as the coach, as Freddie Fittler, sorry, will he or won't he? I'm going to just assume, and I'm sure I'm not talking for just myself here. I think a lot of us Blues fans, maybe Maroon fans, probably hoping the other way around. But Matt Burton is definitely solid. That's his spot. And to be fair with you guys, that's a spot for quite some time. And I'm not talking about just this Origin series either. Granted, I get it, right? Tom Trbojevic is not there. Latrell Mitchell, I get it. But now you have Latrell Mitchell thrown into the equation. Now what? Stephen Crichton, by no means was at fault. Had a terrific game, I thought anyway. Defensively too, was just superb, right? Stepped it up, especially as the second half got underway, and you can say defensively made some good choices that helped the Blues gain some momentum to sort of obviously go and win the way they did. But the reality is, I don't think Stephen Crichton is a first choice centre, but and I don't mean that disrespectfully. It's just the reality of what we're dealing with, particularly when you have the likes of Latrell Mitchell, who hasn't been playing, and obviously Tom Trbojevic out of the season. That's just the reality. You could even make the same argument as well for Matt Burton. Now, again, if you sort of throw the script around, it gets interesting. Now, the Blues head into Game 3 in a decider where you can probably say that it is obviously do or die, but it's really important as to how you sort of fine-tune this, how you sort of adapt to what you feel is needed. Now, the coach, obviously, I reckon has probably made up his mind after the game, right? And I suppose I'm going to be leaning, and I want to be talking about my feelings about it, but I think personally that the coach will swap Critter, all right? So Critter for mine goes. He won't be in the team, right? The reality is you need a big-time player for a big-time event, right? It's 1-1. I'm not the heartiest Blues fan. I back the Blues. It is what it is. I wouldn't say I'm the most hardcore Blues fan, not at all. But I'm a Blues fan nonetheless, and these conversations always intrigue me. But I think Critter gets dropped, and I think you're looking at either Jack Wighton or Latrell Mitchell. And obviously, when you sort of see those two, then you're thinking of the bench, right? And at the bench there, you've got the likes. To be fair with you, you got a starting hooker, obviously in Goroisau, and you got Damien Cook, who I thought worked well. Right? And then obviously you got the three forwards there. Then the 18th man. But then if you sort of say, for example, put Latrell Mitchell, and I personally, I think for mine, I want to put Latrell Mitchell in. That's it. There's no ifs or buts. His X factor, I can't deny it. It is too much for an occasion like this to look away from, especially if he has a bloody solid turnout against the Eagles. Too much Latrell Mitchell on the table for me to just turn away, basically. You know, this is a game of poker. You go all in, right? You don't sit back. You don't wait back. No. You don't do a little bit of chips. No. You go all in. You bet the house. And in that, you somewhat feel confident. I think you do anyway. Obviously, in saying that, though, in my opinion, I'll put Latrell Mitchell in the center. So it'd be Latrell Mitchell and Burton. Jack Wighton for mine. Do you go hooker? Do you go utility, say, for example, Damien Cook utility? Then you go, for example, Angus Crichton, and then Bolo, and then Jack Wighton, and then 18th man Nico Hines or Pappenhausen, whoever it is. Is that something that the Blues can afford to do? Can they afford to do that? Can they afford to have two technical small guys, quote unquote small guys, as opposed to the usual standard three big guys and one small guy? Right? Or do you reckon the Blues will have to make the hard decision of dropping either, dropping either Latrell and or Wighton for that position and just going the norm? Or does Freddie Fittler sort of say, nah, stuff it, in his very eccentric way of thinking, so to speak, he just might be like, nah, it's okay. I'll just stick with Critter, right? There's so many variables and so many answers, and until we know the squad, we're all going to be playing that beautiful game of guess who, right? And yes, follow the tagline. It's a mystery. But I just thought I'll throw that to you guys. It's interesting. I'm intrigued. Game 3's on the line, right? You don't have to come from either state to just enjoy the game for what it is. It's fun. But yes, like I said before, as a Blues fan, I'm intrigued. I would be leaning personally to Latrell Mitchell, no ifs and or buts. But I remember we all criticised, well, I definitely was. I was very heavy-mouthed, so to speak, on Game 2 team selection, particularly with a few outs and ins and this and that, just so many selections here and there. But when push came to shove on the field in Game 2, he shut up. He shut us all up. But again, I leave it there for you guys to digest on. Whether you're a Maroon fan or a Blues fan or a no fan or a fan, I don't know, whatever. Enjoy. Think about it. It's interesting. Who would you pick? Do you have someone out there? And if you have somebody who's not even being mentioned, seek a doctor. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, take it easy. See you guys next time. Give me your thoughts. Thank you again for watching. Me in another episode of Hold the Ball. But I'm saying that, should be interesting. Anyway, take it easy. See you guys next time. HTB, Hold the Ball.